Hi everyone, my name is Mehdi Mirfata and I'm recording this orientation to get you started with your class.
When you log into Canvas, you would see a similar page like this. Every time you click on the home, you get this information. Please read all this information on this page carefully. First, you want to post your bios in the discussion forum. You can locate the discussion link in the menu to the left and read the information under the syllabus, and you can also find the syllabus link right here to the left. You need to register for my lab and mastering from Pearson. You can register and log in to your class information using the free pass, 14 days pass available in Pearson, and after that you can purchase the access code. You just have to simply click on Access Pearson and from there follow the instructions to register. All the assignments going to be at the Pearson side. All the homework assignments and exams going to be online. Please refer to the due dates in the syllabus. You can also find the due dates under the assignments link. Online orientation that you need to access under the assignments link. As you proceed with the orientation, you will be prompted to answer a series of questions. Please respond to all the questions to receive the full credit for this activity. You can click on your grades to see how many points you earned for viewing the online orientation. For this class, I strongly suggest to prepare a portfolio. I'm not going to collect a portfolio. However, the portfolio would help you to organize all the assignments that you post in the discussion forums. The very first thing you want to do is print the calendar portion of the syllabus and post them in the first page of your portfolio. Any assignments that you post in the discussion forum, a hard copy of that should be in your portfolio for your reference. There is a short video from few of my students who demonstrate how they use their portfolio to organize themselves. I strongly suggest to view this. For this class, we are not going to have any DLA or workshops, which I used to have, and my students in this video lecture, they refer to those workshops, so just simply ignore those activities. Basically, you want to copy your calendar and your summary sheet. Summary sheet would be a synopsis of what you learned for each chapter from PowerPoint presentations, video lectures that you retrieve from Pearson side. You can include like formulas, definitions, or anything that you feel is important to refer to, like examples, can be included in the summary sheets. Please limit yourself to 1 or 2 pages of summaries when you post them in the discussion forum. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Sometimes I have live sessions and I have many videos under this channel, also from my other courses that I teach. If you take a look at the discussion forums, which is right here, you can see the link to the bios that you need to complete. You can read my bios, and if you click on this three dots at the top right, you can see the rubric. You would receive 1 point for posting your bios, 1 point to post a picture, preferably your picture with your bios, and 1 point to respond someone in class. The reason I'm asking you to post your picture or a picture in the bio is because we're going to use this method to post your maybe questions, that math questions you might have, or posting your summary sheets in the discussion forum. That would help you to go over that process. If we go back to the discussions, you can see we have a weekly discussion. We have a place to post your summary sheets, and if you have a questions for any chapters, you can simply click on that and post your questions there. When you post your questions, you can take a picture of your questions and click on reply and simply post the picture here. This video shows how to embed an image on Canvas. Please refer to this. Or you can also use the math editor. In this case, if you click on these three dots, it can take you to this icon here. It looks like a square root of x, where you can actually compose a math characters or different kind of characters as you need. I'm going to cancel this. So this is how you use the forum to post your questions in the discussion forum. The weekly discussion, for instance, for the first 3 weeks, you want to post a question from the topics of the week. Any question that related to this topic would be acceptable. You would receive 1 point for finding an example, 1 point for solving that question, and 1 point to embed a video related to that example from YouTube. This is example. I'm showing you an example and I'm showing you how to solve them and then embedding a video. Please make sure when you embed a video, don't copy the URL. You need to embed this properly. So in this example here, for instance, if I go to this YouTube channel, you can see this share button here. If I click on share, you would see a URL link for this video. You want to click on embedded and copy these HTML codes. And then when you're ready to embed, let's take a look at that, how to do this. You want to switch from text editing mode to the HTML mode and then simply paste those information here. If you go back to the text editor mode, you can see that video embeds here nicely and doesn't take you away from Canvas to view them. So this is how I would like you to embed the video. So you get 3 points for this activity. If you click on discussions again, once again you can see a weekly discussions, and you can see the points and the due dates set aside for any of these activity. If you post your submissions after these due dates, you would lose some points for late submission. So please pay attention to these due dates to receive a full credit for these activities. Summary sheet the same way. You can type your summaries or you can just simply take a picture of it and post it here, and this is how you can ask questions. If you click on the syllabus, you would see all the information under these links. The calendar is most important part. You may want to just highlight these calendars and cut and paste it and print this portion and put it in your portfolio for your reference. You can see the date of each exam. You need to complete all these sections for the homework assignments in Pearson side. And as you can see, there are windows of time where you can complete each test. You will have 2 attempts for completing each of the tests in Pearson. If you use any of those attempts after the due dates, you will lose 10% of the possible grades. So please pay attention to the due dates to receive a full credit and complete it before the due dates. The assignments for the homework also have due dates. Please pay attention to those. Make sure you complete them before those due dates to prep for the exams. You can see the last day to drop the class with or without W, and all the information you need is under the syllabus. You can look at the grading policy. 200 points are set aside for homework assignments that you complete in Pearson side. 200 points for your activity under the discussion forums I mentioned. 400 points set aside for the test that you take in Pearson's. There are 4 tests, 100 points each. And 200 points for your final exam, also is comprehensive. You need to complete it in Pearson. And the scales right here. If you go ahead and click on the online test, again, explain that you need to complete the final exam to pass this class, and you need to access all the tests from the Pearson side. For the calculator, course learning outcome, you can click on the link. For most part, you don't need any calculator for this class. However, you can use a scientific calculator as needed. You may use a basic or scientific calculator. Going back to the links at the top of the syllabus. Technical support for Canvas are here in case if you need it. And you can also click on the help on the column on the left to access more help for Canvas. And the class assignments basically shows that you need to go over the PowerPoint presentations in Pearson under the multimedia library, view the video lectures, view the examples, and build your summary sheets by viewing those, and post your summary sheets in the discussion forum. And you want to complete all the homework assignments to get ready for the exams. Again, this is my YouTube channel. If you like to subscribe, and this is the link to the portfolio again. So these are information under the syllabus. NetTutor would be a great place for 24/7 online tutoring. If you click on this, although we have a on-campus tutoring available, you can use this website here for your convenience. So if you click on NetTutor Center, and you can select your subject for your class. You want to click on math. Okay, we have a different one. It says calculus and above. You don't want that one. You don't want statistic. You just want to get access to this one. And then once you do that, you can click on here, drop in and meet with the tutor. Or you can drop your questions the same way you can drop the question, post your questions on Canvas for me. You can also send it to your tutor here. And if you have a live session with a tutor, you can go over the recording of that later in your locker. So if you click on this link here, you would see the tutor would show up. Sometimes it takes up to 10 or 15 minutes. Sometimes it will be right away. In this case, the tutors arrive immediately, as you can see. So the very first thing you want to do is greet your tutor. You say, "Hi, Auntie." So I'm just gonna let him know what we're doing. The very first thing you want to do is ask your tutor to open a whiteboard. Let the tutor know what we're here. I am demoing this for my students. Please open the whiteboard. Sometimes they do it right away, but sometimes you have to ask, like you can see in this case I have to ask. With the whiteboard you can a lot easier communicate. You can post your questions a lot easier. So as you can see, the tutor opened the whiteboard right now. You still can chat with the tutor. You can see all the tools that we have here. So in this case you can type here. You can type your question. Like that. Or you can type multiple lines. Like this. You can grab a pen and write on it. You can pick an arrow and point at different things. You can grab these squares, circle. You can insert a URL. You can actually create a equation like that. I'm gonna make like a square root of that. And if you want to embed a picture, you can also use that here. If you click on this link here, you can embed a picture. So let me ask a tutor to embed a picture. Can you please embed a picture for us? So this is how you can communicate with your tutor. It's available 24/7. You have all these tools to communicate with a tutor. So if you take a picture of your questions, just like you posted in the discussion forum, like the tutor just did right now. So he just posted the image, and you can kind of discuss this. You can actually ask a tutor to open audio and talk to the tutor. So I'm going to let this tutor go. Thank you. I'm going to log out now. Okay, so simple as that. That's all you do is click on the NetTutor link, and that will take you to this page, and you can access this 24/7. And I'm going to close this, and that's all I did was click on this NetTutor to access a 24/7 online tutors available for your class. Okay, I'm logging in as an instructor right now, so some of these links that you see in the menu, you're not going to be able to see it. But if I view this as a student, you can see how you would view this. As you can see, you only see these options here. To the left, you see a link to the home page. Like I showed you, link to the discussions. You can see a link to the class announcement. I strongly suggest to view the class announcements regularly, and make sure you set up your Canvas so every time I would send a announcement, you would also receive them in your email. You can click on grades to view the points you earn for assignments that you complete in Pearson. Would get automatically synced to this grade book, as well as you can see your grades in the Pearson side. Assignments would give you a list of the assignments that you need to complete. When you click on Access Pearson, you would see this link right here. When you click on Open Pearson, it would ask you to enter your information to register for it. And once you click on link account, it would link your account that you're creating to Canvas, and every time you click on this link again, you would be able to access the information in Pearson. If you already have an account for Pearson, you can log in that way. If not, you want to create an account and then link this to your Canvas. So every time you click on this link here, it would take you to your account in Pearson so you can complete your homework assignments and exams. So I'm going to go ahead and leave student view here and show you what you actually see when you click on the link. So I'm going to click on this now because I'm logging as me. I can see the Pearson site, and from there you want to go ahead and get into the site, and from there I'm going to now once again view this as a student so you can see how you would see the page. Alright, so you want to go ahead and select the calendar. So as you can see, if you look at this month here, there's no assignments here because the class starts on August. So if I change this to the August calendar, you can actually go ahead and select per month, probably would be easier. So this would be all the days in August. If you scroll down, you can see all the assignments that you need to complete for this month. As you can see, there is one homework assignment for each section. If I click on this link here, you cannot access them right now because it's not available. But once we have this set for your class, you'll be able to see the assignments. When you open each assignment, you can see a link called Help Me Solve This for each problem for the homework assignments, or you can see a view and an example. I suggest you select the view and an example to show you another example similar to that problem, show step-by-step solution for that, and you have that available for most of the problems in the homework assignments. And as you go to different month and scroll down, you can see in this month here we have a test. Again, you click on it and you complete the test similarly. For the test, you don't have those help options. It's timed and you can take it up to 2 times, and if you choose to complete any of your attempts after the due dates, you would lose 10 points. For the homework assignments, you can complete them after the due dates, but make sure to not procrastinate and complete it before those posted due dates. Before you even attempt to do the homework assignment, make sure to select the videos and resource library, and you select the section. Let's say we're going to go to chapter 1, and then select it. Say 1.1 is the very first section. You can go ahead and select all, or let's say you want to just look at the PowerPoint first. That would be a good place to start. So you can click on Find. Now you can download the PowerPoint and explore that and start taking notes. And after that, you may want to go look at the videos, all the videos available for that section. As you can see, there are list of videos that you should explore. You can fast forward these videos if it's already too easy for you, but or rewind it as needed. You can select the multimedia textbook. If you click on that, you can actually open the textbook to that section, read it. You don't really need the physical textbook for this class. If you go and click on select all and find, and you can see you can find some activities. Let's select find, and you can see all the items available for each section. So you do have interactive animations, PowerPoint, access to the textbook, and videos for this section. So if I go ahead and maybe let's say select the last chapter that we're gonna complete for this class, chapter 10. Okay, let's say randomly pick 10.4 and click on find all. So these are all the resources available. We do have a PowerPoint, we have videos, and textbook. You definitely want to explore the PowerPoints and the videos, and if you want to explore the other options available for each section, you can go ahead and explore them. After you're doing all that, you want to go ahead and take a look at the assignments, and again for that you need to go to the calendar and select the month to see the resource. I'm going to go as a student view again. So you would see the page like I showed you. When you click on that, you would have to go to the calendar to see the assignments underneath. This is how you can access the homework assignments and all that. You do have a study plan. Those are optional. The study plan basically accumulates problems that you do wrong on the homework assignment and test, and make a list of the suggested problems to do. You're not going to receive any points for doing a study plan, however it's available here, and all the other resources available here is really optional. The only thing that you want to do is make sure to go over the video and resource library like I showed you, and do the homework assignments and the test for these activity. This is how you can access your assignments, by clicking on Access Pearson. So this is how you would see the assignments. When you log in as a student, I'm going to switch to the student view again here. You need to select the dates in the calendar, and you would see a list of the assignments. So for instance, when you're ready to complete section 1.1, you just simply click on it, and you can see the list of the problems for this section. If I select the first question, this one you just need to fill in the blank. Then you would choose from this list of the choices here to answer, and you can ask your instructor here or refer to the textbook for each problem. However, for most problems, in addition to that, like this example here, you do have an option to view an example. This would be a good option. They give you a similar problem like this, and then you would see step by step as how to do that problem. And then once you go over the steps, you can close this page and complete this problem. Or if you say help me solve this, it go over a step by step as how to complete this problems and change this problem to another problem. If you click on get more help, you can refer to the textbook and also send me your questions as needed. So this is how you can get help for each problem that you have for the homework assignments. I'm going to click on home again, make sure I'm not missing anything. Once again, if I view as a student, when you log in, you can explore the information under home like I showed you, access the discussion forum as I showed you, view the announcements regularly. There's no announcement here because it would start on the first day of class. If I go to the instructor view, I would see the list of the assignments I said here, but for right now, because I'm doing before the class starts, you don't see any announcement here yet. Syllabus we already explored. And grades, if you click on grades, you can see the list of all the grades that you accumulate. What I'm going to do now is leave student view once again. If you have any questions, the best way to connect with me is either post it in the discussion forums. We're going to have a Q&A under the discussion forums where you can post your general questions. The whole class can see your questions and anybody welcome to answer. Or click on inbox here on Canvas and post your questions and email your questions from here only. So either discussions, Q&A, or click on this inbox link here to send your questions to me. When you send your question, please also include your phone number and available time in case if I need to reach out to you, I'll be able to do that quickly. And that would be all for what we need for now to get started.
Now log into your class, read all the class announcements, start the class assignments, and email all your questions from class.
Have a great session.